You are not poor because you lack money. You are poor because you've been fed the wrong advice your entire life. They told you to save, to be humble, to wait until old age to enjoy life, while they quietly got rich off your obedience. In this video, we destroy those classic lies, expose the money game only the elite know how to play, and hand you 10 combat-ready strategies extracted from 50 legendary investing books, not to survive, but to dominate. If you're ready to stop being the victim and start becoming the architect of your fate, then the game begins now. No more theory, no more sugarcoating. This is a financial blueprint for those who dare to take full control. Each part, each move, each strike aimed at one goal: absolute freedom. Luck isn't magic. It's the result of relentless action, repeated until others call you insane. The poor believe in fate. The rich redraw fate's map with blood, sweat, and calculation. Every failure is not the end, it's a coordinate on the treasure map of wealth. People don't suddenly become rich. They engineer their luck like building a fortress, each brick forged from hard-earned lessons. Believing in luck without action only guarantees you'll stay broke longer. Believe in chance, and you become someone else's income source. The raw truth is, those who create luck always win against those who wait for it. Real breakthroughs belong to the ones who turn left when the obedient herd turns right. Don't expect opportunity from a world built to trap you. Make the world notice you, with decisions that disrupt and movements that cut deep. The formula never changes. Act, fail, learn, repeat. Every time you retreat out of fear, you slam a door on your future. So-called luck is just a reward system for relentless trial. Winners don't wait for perfect cards. They learn how to play the bad ones like assassins. Strategic people see failure as data, not a death sentence. The difference between the rich and the rest? One programs their own fortune, the other just hopes. Live below your means sounds wise, but it's actually a life sentence of quiet desperation. That's the mindset of the afraid, not the victorious. The rich don't count pennies, they multiply them tenfold. They don't save by skipping meals or cutting coffee. They build skill sets that make money pour in like rain. And you? Still hunched over, chasing fallen coins? That's not frugality. It's surrender. Anyone telling you to cancel Netflix and skip coffee has no clue how money works. Wealth isn't built by deprivation. It's built through bold mental shifts. You won't get rich suffering. You get rich investing wisely. The successful don't waste time counting cents. They spend that time learning, creating, and scaling. The more you save through pain, the more you play victim to a system you don't understand. Spend with purpose, not to survive, but to grow. Every dollar you spend is a vote for the future you want. Don't let fear shrink you into a shell. The real limit isn't your income, it's your thinking. Small minds create small results. If you want to live large, you have to spend like someone with vision, not recklessly but strategically. Spend to evolve, not to exist. Money is a game. If you don't know the rules, you are the pawn. Finance isn't magic, it's a language, and those who can't speak it will always be manipulated. Every time you sign a contract you don't understand, you're handing your neck to someone else's blade. The market doesn't forgive ignorance. Winners don't have to be smarter, just faster learners. Not studying personal finance is choosing servitude. Never hand your money to someone just because you're not good with numbers. That's not trust, it's surrender. Letting others control your finances is gambling with your future. Refusing to understand money is rejecting power. Ignorance isn't a flaw, it's a choice. You can learn, you can control, you just choose not to, and that decision is costing you everything. The system isn't broken, it just wasn't designed for you to win. The wealthy don't need to cheat, they just need you to stay clueless. Success doesn't belong to the good or the deserving. It belongs to the alert. Those who understand the game will always control those who don't. Stop asking why you're not getting ahead, and ask if you've even read the damn rules. No one builds empires on dreams of just enough. Small goals are poison disguised as wisdom. People don't stay broke from lack of opportunity. They stay broke because their vision is microscopic. Thinking big costs nothing, but thinking small, that'll cost you your whole life. If your goal is to escape debt, you'll never achieve freedom. Settling for comfort is how people get buried alive inside quiet desperation. Stability is the prettiest trap ever invented. Every time you say, "This is good enough," you hammer another nail into the coffin of your potential. Breakthroughs always begin with ridicule. Big thinking isn't arrogance, it's survival. This world crushes the average. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. Safety isn't safe. It's slow suicide dressed in normal clothes. If your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. That knot in your stomach? That's your destiny trying to wake you up. Wealth doesn't belong to the satisfied, it belongs to those who refuse mediocrity. You weren't born for just fine. You were born to redefine what's possible. A real dream should terrify your comfort zone and silence the world around you. Fear is the greatest con artist in human history. It convinces you that taking action will kill you, while in truth, paralysis is what robs you of life, slowly and silently. Fear whispers, "Don't try, too risky, play it safe," and then quietly watches as you decay in mediocrity. Success doesn't come to the fearless. It comes to those who move forward despite trembling knees. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's walking into the fire anyway. Fear is just fuel, waiting to be burned. If you don't use it, it will consume you from the inside. Ask yourself, what's the absolute worst that can happen? You'll realize most of your fears are illusions dressed as truth. Failing won't destroy you, but living in constant hesitation absolutely will. Fear doesn't disappear, but it can be tamed. The winners aren't brave because they feel nothing. They're brave because they act while feeling everything. The battlefield of wealth is won by those who take the hit and keep moving. Waiting for confidence is a losing strategy. Confidence is built by doing the very thing fear tells you to avoid. Move forward or be buried by what-ifs. Mastering fear is mastering money. This isn't philosophy, it's fact. Emotional control is the foundation of financial power. Write your fears down, speak their names, look them in the eye like an old rival, and move anyway. You'll discover fear has no teeth. It can't kill you, it can only paralyze you. If you allow it, fear will chain you to a life of unrealized potential. Wealth doesn't begin with intelligence. It begins with boldness in the moments when everything feels uncertain. The ones who thrive are not the smartest, they're the ones who act when most people freeze. Money doesn't care if you're a good person. It doesn't reward effort. It doesn't operate on fairness. It obeys rules, cold, brutal, invisible rules. And if you lose, it's not because you're unworthy. It's because you played someone else's game without reading the rules. The rich don't win because they're moral. They win because they understand how the game is coded. Success in money has nothing to do with virtue and everything to do with clarity. This game isn't kind, but it's predictable. And if you refuse to learn how it works, you'll be trapped inside it forever. Every time you avoid talking about money because it feels impolite, you disqualify yourself from power. Money isn't evil, it's neutral. It's a mirror, reflecting how you think, decide, and act. People who fear it never master it. People who obsess over it without understanding it get devoured. Emotions don't belong in the driver's seat. If ego, shame, or pride steer your financial decisions, you're not playing the game, you're being played. This is chess, not roulette. Take the emotion out, or get eaten alive by those who already have. Money moves toward clarity and away from confusion. Everyone is playing, some just don't know it yet. There are no spectators in the economy. You're either making money, or someone's making money off you. You don't get to sit this one out. Either you control the flow of cash, or you become a permanent leak in someone else's pipeline. You're not safe by being passive, you're targeted. If you're not playing to win, you're playing to lose. The game doesn't pause for the hesitant, and the market doesn't mourn the unprepared. Step up, learn the rules, or stay broke pretending the game doesn't exist. The trap of, "I've already put in too much to quit now," is a silent killer. It doesn't stab you outright, it drains you slowly as you stay stuck in a dead plan. It takes your time, bleeds your money, and devours your youth while you let it. You continue only because you once started. Sounds like commitment, but it's really stupidity. No one wins trophies for enduring failure longer than others. If the investment is wrong, pull out. Fast. The longer you hold on to something broken, the more it breaks you. You're not loyal, you're lost, and that loss compounds daily. Every day you stay in a toxic job because it's been 5 years is another day you pour more money into a dying stock. Don't say, "At least I tried." Wrong is wrong. Ask yourself honestly, if I were starting from scratch today, would I choose this path again? If the answer is no, then why the hell are you still here? Stop defending dead decisions just because they once felt right. Loyalty to the past becomes betrayal of the future when you know deep down it no longer fits. Stubbornness isn't strength, it's a silent surrender. Courage isn't clinging harder, it's cutting loose. It's looking the truth in the face, admitting the detour, and rerouting with sharp precision. Those who can release are the only ones with hands free to grab something better. Stop holding on out of guilt, pride, or nostalgia. Anything no longer moving you forward must be destroyed. Money lost can be earned back. Time wasted is gone forever. The longer you grip the wrong thing, the more you rob yourself of what's right. Growth demands release, and freedom begins the moment you say, "This ends now," then walk away like a warrior. Work hard, save up, and you'll be rich when you're old is the biggest lie ever sold. That's not a financial plan, it's a delayed death sentence for your dreams. Waiting until retirement to live is like buying a plane ticket for a trip you won't survive to take. Wealth doesn't come from patience alone. It comes from action, fast, fierce, and focused. The rich don't tiptoe toward freedom, they sprint. They move early, fail early, learn early, and scale, while others are still clocking in. If you're not building now, you're already decades behind. Don't let your life be shaped by advice from people who never built anything. Slow and steady sounds wise until you realize it's the mantra of the stuck. Every year you wait is another year. Compound growth doesn't happen. Another year, you miss opportunities that don't wait. The successful don't wait for permission or perfection. They launch, adapt, and crush it. Getting rich young isn't delusion, it's design. Speed isn't reckless when it's paired with intention. The faster you get in the game, the longer you get to win. Delay is the most expensive decision you'll ever make. If you grind like a beast for the next 10 years, you can live like a king for the next 50. Why trade your best energy for a plan that pays out when you're too tired to use it? The truth, wealth favors those who start before they feel ready. Life won't wait for you to be prepared. It rewards the ones who jump and build wings on the way down. Discipline isn't slowness, it's focus. The window to freedom is now. The sooner you act, the more the world opens up. Procrastinate and it will slam shut. Every dollar you earn is a soldier. You can send it to war, lock it in a bunker, or waste it on empty pleasure. Most people spend first, save what's left, and invest if there's anything left over. That's a recipe for mediocrity. The wealthy flip it. Invest first, save with strategy, and spend last, with purpose. Money isn't meant to sit still, it's meant to conquer. If you're not sending your dollars out with orders, they're wandering aimlessly. Wealthy people don't let their money loaf around. They turn it into an army. You either command your capital or get crushed by it. Saving alone won't save you. It feels safe, but inflation is a silent thief robbing your stash every year. A stagnant bank account is a slow death. Saving is a tool, not a destination. If you hoard cash like a dragon, you'll die rich on paper but broken life. Smart savers have goals. They save to invest, to capitalize, to strike. If your money isn't working while you sleep, you'll work until you die. Money without movement is money in chains. The poor worship savings. The rich respect it, but only as a means to an aggressive end. Spending isn't evil, but unconscious spending is sabotage. Every purchase is a vote for the person you want to become. Are you buying dopamine or buying growth? Are you feeding insecurity or feeding future cash flow? Wealthy people don't spend less, they spend intentionally. They invest in books, tools, networks, and assets. If your spending isn't aligned with expansion, it's aligned with stagnation. Personal finance isn't about denial, it's about direction. The financial survival triangle isn't based on income level, it's based on financial intelligence. Spend smart, save with aim, invest relentlessly. Anything less is economic suicide. There are two types of people in this world: those who collect assets and those who collect liabilities. One buys things that generate cash, the other buys things that generate nothing but debt. Every financial decision you make is a step toward either freedom or enslavement. That luxury car on a payment plan, that new phone on credit, chains. While you're financing lifestyle, someone else is buying real estate, stocks, digital income streams. The wealthy don't buy status, they buy systems. Every dollar they spend asks one question: will this make me richer? If the answer is no, they walk away. Flashy things don't make you wealthy. They make you look wealthy, while slowly draining your future. A home is not an asset unless it pays you. A car is not an asset unless it earns for you. An expensive watch is a time bomb for your finances if bought to impress strangers. Assets pay you while you sleep. Liabilities charge you rent to feel important. The rich aren't cheap, they're strategic. They get high off cash flow, not consumer dopamine. They don't chase objects, they chase outcomes. If what you're buying doesn't generate money, it's not luxury, it's a leech. Before you buy anything, ask, will this make me money or drain me? If it doesn't pay you, it owns you. Smart buyers aren't frugal, they're future-focused. They don't say no to spending, they say yes to freedom. Every dollar you spend should either return more dollars or return peace, time, or growth. Anything else is noise. You're not poor because you can't afford assets. You're poor because you keep funding your own captivity. Real wealth doesn't come from earning more. It comes from buying better. Buy freedom, buy leverage, buy tools, but never ever buy chains and call them trophies. You've just unlocked the blueprint the world never meant for you to see. 10 ruthless strategies drawn from the minds of financial assassins. Not designed to help you cope, but to help you conquer. You now know the rules. You've seen the lies. The question isn't what should I do? The question is, how long will I keep pretending I don't know? Comfort is a coffin. Excuses are chains. And the system, it rewards clarity and punishes hesitation. So this is your choice. Stay safe and stay stuck, or play to win, hard, loud, and fast. Because in the end, wealth doesn't wait, power doesn't beg, and freedom never shows up uninvited. You have to take it.